Welcome to GeoSnippits. I'm Head Hard Hat. In the next few minutes, we'd like to teach you some interesting information and tidbits about the game, the sport, the obsession known as geocaching. In this episode, we get the privilege of going over and seeing the Garmin 60CSx GPS unit. Out of all the GPS units that I've reviewed over 2008 and 2009, this one is the workhorse's workhorse. This is the one everybody likes using. It's right in the right price range. It's got a complete set of durability, accuracy, and just plain fun to use as a complete package. This is a great GPS unit, and we're going to show you how to get the most out of it. Now, we can spend quite a lot of time going over all the different features that the Garmin 60CSx has. In this particular episode, though, we're going to show you how to use GSAC, the GPX files that load into GSAC, and how to load information into this system. To do that, normally you have a limit of 1,000 waypoints. We're going to show you how to not only load those 1,000 waypoints into this guy, we're going to show you how to load onto a SD card 10,000 different geocaching spots that work just like the waypoints. So you literally can have a limit to the size of your SD card in the number of geocaches that can fit on this guy. We're going to show you now how to do that. So let's go off to the computer right back here and show you, one, how to load in your GPX file into GSAC and then load it onto this Garmin GPS. Let's get started. Now, there are many different ways of getting .gpx files. The main one is to be a member of geocaching.com. When you are a member, you can get what is known as pocket queries. This is what you see here emailed to me. You simply download the .zip files and you put them into a directory of your choosing. I suggest putting them all in the same one. I also suggest naming those zip files something significant, like in this particular case it was Smith file. You do that with all your pocket queries until all of them are in place. Then we're going to start up GSAC. Okay, what we're going to accomplish in this segment is we're showing you GSAC, the Geocaching Swim Army Knife application. We're going to take those pocket queries that we saved a little while ago, and we're one at a time going to drag and drop them on the GSAC application. It's going to ask which database that you want to load them to. You're going to want to start off with default, and then you're going to do a drag and drop for every one of those areas that you have pocket queries for. This is your main bucket when it comes to all geocaches that you're interested in. Finds, yours, not founds, archived, all of them go into the default bucket. These eventually are going to become the POIs in the Garmin. The second thing you're going to want to do is you're going to want to create a second database called Garmin 60CSx. Now, you can call it whatever you want, but in this particular case, that's what it's called. This one is going to be used for only a couple areas that you're going to want to go geocaching in the immediate future. So you're only going to want to drag and drop about 3 of them. Now, you can see here they're empty. There's nothing in here. You're going to go through and drop 3 different ones of those zip files, or the only ones that you're interested in geocaching in the short term, into that area. Once those are loaded, you're going to have anywhere from a few hundred up to 1,500 different geocaches that are in there. I highly recommend you run a filter that cleans out all your found geocaches, the ones you own, the ones you're archived. In other words, only the ones that you did not find you want to keep in there. Run that macro, and it'll keep the end result below 1,000 waypoints, because that's all you can use is 1,000 geocache waypoints. Once those are loaded, we'll go through and show you how to do that. You will have the ones that you want to find right at your fingertips. Okay, to get to the section where the waypoints are on the Garmin, all you have to do is click the Find button down here. That will bring up waypoints, geocache, cities, recently found, and exits. The one that we're interested in
is Waypoints. You see right now it's empty, there's no waypoints in there. And if you go over, there's also a special spot right here for geocache. If you hit it here and it's empty, it will bring up and say, do you want to set this up? We're not going to do that right now. We're going to hook this up to the computer and load them in and start working with the GPS. So we're going to first start off by loading in the waypoints. That's less than 1,000 geocaches. Let's do that now. Okay, so let's quickly go over putting the cable into the Garmin 60CSx GPS unit. Here's the front of it. On the back, there is this rubber protection tab. You want to pull that open, and you can see the USB connector right there. Take your USB cable, only fits one way, plug in tight. Take the other part, which is the USB connector, and put it into your computer.
Okay, we're now back to GSAC, and we are about to load the waypoints from the Garmin 60CSx database into the GPS unit itself. You click up in GSAC GPS and make sure that you have the right one selected. Click OK or cancel depending on what you're doing. Then go back to GPS and click Send. The Send Waypoints will now give you a screen that you can use the default, or you can play with once you're more comfortable with the code to customize what you want for the waypoints to be sent. When you're ready, click OK, and you can actually see the waypoints being loaded directly into your unit.
Okay, now that the geocaching waypoints are loaded into the CSX, let's see what it looks like. Click on the Find button. You're already at geocache. Click Enter. And there you go. These are all your different 700 in this case geocaches loaded in. Hit Enter. Shows you the waypoint. Here's the waypoint, description, coords, all your information, and you are on your way to go find that geocache. Just look at all of them there. So that's how you load in for waypoints. Let's move on to the points of interest.